The week of bad news continues as the Chicago Bears have placed second-year quarterback Kyler Gordon on injured reserve. We'll talk about what that means for this team moving forward, but this is why you subscribe. Good news, bad news, any news, we got you covered here on the channel. And hey, if I just covered news when it was good, you wouldn't get a ton from me because the Bears have been bad for quite a while now. But we're going to try and stay positive here. I react to the news coming up, but please subscribe, support the channel, join the movement here at Chicago Bears Now. When news drops, we hit you guys with a video. What's up, guys? Harrison Graham here with another episode of Bears Now by Chat Sports. Kyler Gordon is headed to IR, which means he'll miss at least the next 4 games. Earliest he could return is in Week 6, which I don't even remember. Is that the Vikings? I think it's the Vikings game, but a bummer, right? And my first thought is, does this mean surgery for Kyler Gordon? Because we talked about it yesterday. There were those rumors, loose reports that he has a broken bone in his hand. You wonder if this means that's confirmed, because if it was a sprain or something like that, you could maybe wrap it up and have him play with a club on. But with him going to IR, it does make me wonder if he needs some sort of hand procedure. Hopefully we'll find out more specifics as the day goes on here. But it just stinks, man. Kyler Gordon entering his second season. He finished last year strong, had a strong training camp. I thought he played pretty well early on against the Packers. The PFF grades were a little average up and down, but had a nice breakup early on in that game. It is the Vikings, by the way, in Week 6 when the Bears could see Gordon return at the earliest, but we'll see how long this injury ends up being. But it's just a brutal setback for a young player. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? Like, he really struggled as a rookie, but we saw those flashes late in the year, and it sounded like he had a strong training camp, and I thought he was one of the lone, at least fairly bright spots in Week 1, and now he's out for at least a month. So, stinks for Kyler Gordon. The Bears have made a corresponding move. We will break that down here in a second as well. But show Gordon some love. Get the sixes going in the comment section down below. I know it feels like dark times already. Hello, darkness, my old friend. But let's show Kyler Gordon some love. The season isn't over. We some positive news would really go a long way right about now. Is promoting Greg Stroman from the practice squad that? I'm not sure, but obviously the Bears had to make some sort of corresponding move to fill out the 53-man roster, so they're signing him from the practice squad. Greg Stroman, who played in a couple games for the Bears last year, he's kind of bounced around in his NFL career on active rosters and 53-man rosters and practice squads. 46 career tackles in 22 games played, 5 breakups, does have 2 interceptions and a forced fumble, but this is a depth piece. I mean, when you're adding someone from the practice squad, especially a vet like this 4 or 5 years into his career, you're not expecting like a Pro Bowler to emerge here. Now, you're expecting, okay, he's been around, he's stuck around the league for a reason. If he has to play, then he can hold his own. But I wouldn't view this as like you lose Kyler Gordon, plug in Greg Stroman. Like, he ideally will not even play. They'll look elsewhere for that answer, and we'll tell you who I think is going to be playing nickel for this team in the short term in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. But, man, these shirts from Marine Layer are very soft, and not soft like the Bears defense, like a good soft. And if you want very soft clothing, Marine Layer is the company for you. How many times have you felt that you are maybe in between sizes when buying clothes? Maybe you've had too many drinks lately like I had this week after watching that Bears performance, or maybe you've been good like Rolly, been working out a lot, but you've kind of lost half a size. You're kind of in between. Well, we want the size Marge, in between medium and large, to become a reality, and that's what Marine Layer has done. They have in-between sizes for all of you. Here's what I like about Marine Layer as well. They have a respun program. Everyone has a bunch of old t-shirts laying around, collecting dust in your drawer in the back of your closet. They will send you a prepaid recycling kit and literally give you $5 credit per t-shirt. You heard that right. $5 credit per t-shirt for your old t-shirts while helping Marine Layer keep tees out of landfills. An awesome thing that they do, and you can actually cash in a little bit as well. So out with the old, in with the new. Rock what I'm rocking, the Asher print sweater button down, tons of different shirts and hoodies and polos and different things that they have to offer. It's finally cooling off. This sweater, short sleeve, it's kind of feel like Bill Belichick. You know, he rocks the short sleeve hoodies where it's like you're warm, but you're not too warm. You can still breathe perfectly fine. So Asher print sweater button down in blue geo from Marine Layer is my go-to right now. So go to marinelayer.com/chatsports15. That is marinelayer.com/chatsports15. That promo code chatsports15 gets you 15% out. Check out that link and promo code in the description and comments of this video. So you look at the Bears depth chart now. Obviously, you got Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson. I think Josh Blackwell becomes the starting nickel. Maybe a guy like Terrell Smith gets an opportunity there, although I think he's more of an outside corner. Jalen Jones is still in the mix. Kyler Gordon's on IR. Obviously, you just promoted Greg Stroman Jr. as well, as he'll get in the mix. But what's interesting is Blackwell was actually limited on Wednesday with a hamstring injury. We'll see what today's injury report shows. Hopefully, he's a full participant and ready to go. But if for some reason he's not, you don't really have a natural backup nickel, and I personally would not move Tyreek Stevenson there. Don't keep moving rookies around. Keep him on the outside where he's comfortable and let him do that. So hopefully Blackwell is good to go, but if not, it'll be very interesting to see what Matt Eberflus, Alan Williams, and this defensive staff decide to do at that position. Speaking of which, could the Bears make another move, like an external move, not just sign someone from the practice squad? With Kyler Gordon missing the next month or more, should Chicago sign a veteran cornerback? And believe it or not, there are a few interesting options still out there. Casey Hayward, who recently announced that he's fully healthy. He's a vet. He's played some outside, played some nickel in his career. How about our old pal Bryce Callahan? He's had a lot of injuries in his career, but when he's healthy, he's a starting caliber nickel, even at this point, in my opinion. Bradley Roby, he's certainly lost a step, but he's a vet. Cameron Dantzler's kind of been a bust early on in his career, but if you want to take a chance on a young talent who went on day 2 of the draft a few years ago, he's interesting. And then Anthony Brown, who carved himself out a nice little career in Dallas before having a serious injury last year. He actually signed with the Steelers practice squad last week or the week before, but you could poach him off the practice squad to the 53. He can play nickel and outside. Now, here's my guess. The Bears will likely see how it goes at least this week. Anybody you sign today, the chances of them playing Sunday would be slim anyway, but they'll probably see how it goes this week. Hopefully Blackwell's healthy. They'll see how he plays, or if it's someone else, see how that person plays before considering signing a free agent. The secondary, at least on paper, is a spot where the Bears have some decent depth, although the secondary played like shit in week 1, so hopefully that turns around as well. But certainly something to monitor, especially if Gordon's injury is beyond 4 weeks. If it's longer and whoever's plugging in for him isn't getting it done, then I could see the Bears possibly making a move. What say you? Should the Bears sign a cornerback right now? Type S for sign, or you can type P for pass. Get your votes in down in the comments below. All right, that's going to do it for our early day video here on the channel. I had a whole different video planned and had to scrap that for now with this news dropping. But we are going to go live this afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock Central Time. We might do 4 today with this news dropping around lunchtime. So subscribe, turn on your notifications. We will be live breaking down the latest Bears news and rumors. We might take a deeper dive into some Kyler Gordon replacements, some free agent, maybe some trade options at corner. So stay tuned for that as well. We'll see you guys in a few hours.